A nigga go get every skill in the world but managing his emotions. This like top 5 survival instincts is being able to control yourself at this point in 2025, bro. I don't care that your daddy used to do it back in 1980, scare everybody in the house. You don't gotta do that.
Your mama was there working hard. Your mama was there cooking all the meals and cleaning. Your mama's a role model. Why do you need a male role model? Like, the reason why it pissed you off so much is because you know that we could be doing so much more, but we keep making up excuses. You realize at some point that you've been lied to your whole life. Every now and again, you come across some content of a man, a young man at that, a young black man, a young brother, saying something worth listening to. Every now and again. And today's that day. Today's that day. I actually caught this video a few days ago. I just, for some reason, forgot to get around to it. But I don't even care. I don't care. We're gonna talk about it now because I love what this man had to say. I feel it almost exactly the same way, if not exactly the same. I didn't hear anything that I disagree with, but we're gonna listen to it again to make sure. So, yeah, but pretty much it's just a man talking about being a human being. And, he's talking about being nurturing and how it's important to be nurturing as a man and that men can be nurturing. And we can practice. We can practice on it. We can practice at being nurturing and we can get better at it. But so many men make up excuses, they deflect, they shut down, whatever, all so they can avoid the accountability, you know, and avoid having to do the work of developing that muscle, working that muscle out, and becoming an actual nurturing parent, a nurturing human being that the child needs. If you have a child, you should be nurturing, man or woman. You should be nurturing. I don't care.
Bro, I'm so tired of hearing the narrative that men can't nurture or that we can't nurture like women or that nurturing is a woman's job. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm so sick of hearing that, bro. Because I'm gonna say it like, and I hear it mostly from men, bro. I hear it from women too, but those people who ain't been in a position to understand a man that can do it. Bro, these niggas is giving the excuse of being a brute force angry asshole that can't control his anger or his whatever his emotions is, like it's genetics or something, like you were just born to be an angry asshole. It's not the case, bro. If he wanted to, he would go get the skills to control his emotions, be able to feel his feelings, be able to identify how he feels, and then go ahead and emotionally regulate himself, and then be able to do that to a participant that's in his fucking area, i.e. a wife or kids. Bro, a nigga go get every skill in the world but managing his emotions. Nigga go get drunk, go smoke, go to the gym, do everything but be able to sit with his emotions. Nigga learn how to fight, how to shoot, how to stab, how to sell dope, how to fix a car, but don't nobody go
How to play Madden.
figure out how to deal with their mental and understand how to regulate their emotions. This like top 5 survival instincts is being able to control yourself at this point in 2025, bro. It's not 500 AD, bro. So you don't have to go hunt a woolly mammoth with a sharp stick and cook it over an open fire or else you ain't gonna eat. It's not that no more. You go to work and you make a living and then you go to the grocery store and then you bring the food home and cook it, bro. Niggas will be like, bro, if a robber come in the house, that's my job. I gotta worry about that. She ain't gonna get up it. Like, bro, 75% of you niggas not even going through that. When somebody came in your house, bro, you live in the birds.
75, no, try like 95%. Try like 98%. Like 98% of people will never experience a fucking home evasion. A home invasion, a home invasion. Like 98% of people. It's so the likelihood that shit is gonna happen is next to fucking none. It's suburbs or not. I don't know what the rate of home invasions are in the projects or whatever, but I feel like it's if I had to guess, it's lower. I don't know, man. I feel like home invasions happen more in the suburbs.
Nobody kicking in your door. Now, I'm not saying ain't nobody going through that and that people don't experience that, but what I'm saying for most niggas, bro, you not using this excuse to not be able to work on yourself, bro. This shit, I don't believe it, bro. Especially if you have children. What do you mean you can't be a nurturer? The only niggas out here saying that is the people who wasn't around their girl the entire 9 months when they got them pregnant, and they ain't been around their baby to develop all these damn, suck in all them pheromones from a pregnant woman when her hormones is going up and down like a goddamn soundboard, and yours do the same thing too. You ain't been around nothing long enough to love it enough. Nigga, if you wanted to go get the skill to be able to emotionally regulate yourself and emotionally understand other human beings, you could. I don't care that your daddy used to do it back in 1980. Come home, slap the shit out your mama, kick all the kids in the ass, scare everybody in the house. You don't got to do that. It's not natural. You're not born that way. So I don't.
That's that. That's why I can't stand that. Like, we don't have no role models. That was your role model. Your abusive father is your role model. You can look at that model and go, I don't want that. I'm not gonna be that. That's a role model. It don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can use a role model however you see fit. It's how you want to use the image, the experience or whatever. You can literally look at a person who was modeling a behavior and go, I'm going to either follow that behavior or I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do some mixture of that. Like, I like parts of what they did, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add my own thing. You can do that. Like, I don't know why y'all act like role model. Like, I'm one of my son's role model, right? Like, my wife is one of his role models. I'm one of his role models. His teachers are his role. You know what I'm saying? But his mother and I are really big on telling him, don't do everything we do. You know what I mean? Because we're not perfect. So we hope that you have enough discernment and you have enough wherewithal to take what you can use and get rid of the rest. And we try really hard to limit, negative interactions with him. But again, we're just not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So, he may see, we tell him all the time, I'm like, yeah, you can take the best parts of me and take the best parts of your mother. You don't have to choose. You don't have to follow me and not follow your mom, or you don't have to follow your mom and not follow me. There are certain things that your mother is better at. Do that. There are certain things I'm good at. Do that. And then discard the rest. Like, that's how you come up in the world, man. I don't know what, like, y'all be really up here making all these fucking excuses, talking about we need role models and all of that shit. That's an excuse. Because here's the thing, most men ain't worth a goddamn. Most men aren't worthy of being role models. So you get to blame, you're blaming men essentially for not being a role model, right? And but at the same time, you're not taking any accountability for yourself. And then as a man, you for some godforsaken reason, your mama can't be your role model. The only time y'all bring up your mamas in a positive light is when you bring up how she did something for you. You don't talk about how diligent your mom was. You don't talk about how your mama, you know what I'm saying, showed you how to have a strong work ethic. Y'all will be quicker to talk about your mama working 2 jobs to shame a woman, to shame the woman you with, to manipulate the woman you with. Like, what? My mama worked 2 jobs. I expect you to put up with my shit and go to work. Like, that's how y'all use it. I ain't got to give you shit. I saw my mama get it out the mud. Why should I help you? That's how y'all want to use y'all mama working 2 jobs and 3 jobs and, dropping you off at school and then catching the bus to go pick up your little sister and all. Like, that's the only time y'all want to use that shit. You want to weaponize it to manipulate a woman, but you never want to use it and be like, nah, that's my role model. Because I'll tell you right now, the person that I learned work ethic from actually is 2 people. I ain't gonna even hold you. I ain't gonna diss my nigga like that. It's 2 people that I learned work ethic from. My mama, number 1, and my brother, number 2. My brother is 6 years older than me. I will never forget this shit. When my brother was in high school and I was in elementary school, they gave all the little black boys in my hood a chance at a job, right? That's what they did. They could work for the maintenance department. So they work at the Boys and Girls Club. We had a Boys and Girls Club, and I lived in the project. So we had like a Boys and Girls Club in the projects, and then we had maintenance to maintain the projects, right? So my brother got a job with the maintenance department, and let's say like 7 or 8, you know what I'm saying, young black boys got a job. They was all around his age. They was all around like 15, 16, 17. Long story short, my brother was the only one they asked to stay on after the school year started. They let all the other boys go at the end of the program. Some of them quit, some of them couldn't do it. My brother was the only one that they asked to stay on. He was the only one that kept working for a year after that shit. That's why that's my brother and my mama was where I learned my work ethic from, but my brother learned it from my mom. My brother learned it from my mom. So I got it from him and her. But mainly my mama. I saw my mama get up every day, put on her fucking clothes, get my black ass up to go to school. You know what I'm saying? I went to school. She'd come home at fucking 6:30 at night after she left the house at 5:30. Like I didn't see her for 12. Like that's what I saw. And I was like, okay, now I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna, not show up for my kids or not be there for my kids for 12 hours. But I damn sure am like, hey, my mama did what she had to do, so I could do what I had to do, what I gotta do. Y'all niggas y'all always want to make up an excuse. Your mama was there working hard. Your mama was there cooking all the meals and cleaning. Your mama's a role model. Why do you need a male role model? Like that shit is stupid.
This shit pisses me off, bro. It's like it degrades us as men sometimes, bro. With the people look at us and think we can't do nothing but punch shit and lift heavy shit, bro. Come on, bro. We can do more than that. As the leader of my household, bro, I want to nurture whatever woman I got. Whenever I'm dating a woman, I want to be able to nurture, care for, bring up, inspire growth, and all that. That's what nurturing is. And if y'all don't think that's what nurturing is, just being able to be gentle, the fuck you mean you can't be gentle? You just, like, bro, you got a skill set for being tough but don't know how to control it. That's another survival skill, bro. I want to be able to rip the head off a dragon and then just control it. Control is one of the best forms of having anything. You can blow the whole world up, but you can't control it. You volatile to us. You volatile to the family. You know how to shoot a gun, but you can't control it. You whipping that motherfucker out on everybody. You volatile. You ain't no value to nobody. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This shit, I don't know why this angers me so. This angers me so much, bro.
The reason why it pisses you off so much is because you know that we could be doing so much more, but we keep making up excuses. Because I feel the same anger. That's the shit that pissed me off. The shit that pissed you off is the gaslighting. Is when you talking to the men about it and they make up all these excuses. Oh, I don't have a role model. Oh, I just don't have the tools. Nah, you can get them, develop.
I don't know why I'm feeling like this, but it's on my mind, bro. On my last video, y'all was saying I was breaking generational curses by the way y'all saw me communicating with my child. First, I just want to say, thank you. The video is popular and all that shit. But to the people that be like, you got to give your parents grace because they didn't know and it was just what their parents did to them and it's trauma, fuck all that shit. Because y'all telling me I'm breaking generational curses. That means if it was a curse, then it could be broken and then anybody could have fucking did it. First of all, I don't parent my son out of trauma. That's one thing that I don't do. And if you do that, I'm not judging you. I'm saying that's not what I do. In that video, I didn't treat my son like that because I got treated a different way. I just realized it at the time that I was doing it that, wow, my mama would have did me something different. Now, to the people that say giving people grace and all that, it's generous to show grace. And in my particular position, I did give my mother some grace. Like, wow, I knew what you went through. You had a baby at a young age. Your parenting structure was this way. You learned that way. You didn't have an iPhone. I could just get on ChatGPT or Google or YouTube and I can learn things that can help me be better right now in real time. And you couldn't do that when I was a kid. That was my grace. I did the whole research of my mama's history and whoever my supposed father was. I looked at the geographic location where they was born at. I looked at the time period. I looked at what the median income was, where my grandparents worked, when all the steel mills and stuff got shut down and it fucked everything up and then crack hit. I overdid the grace on my end. I don't know about y'all. But what I'm saying is, fuck all that they didn't know no better, because if you wanted to do better at some point, you would do better. Okay, maybe your parents didn't treat you great when you was a kid. How do they treat you now? Some of y'all still dealing with the same bullshit from y'all parents that y'all did when y'all was 15, 14, 13, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So what do you do then if you extend grace to a grown-ass adult that's almost 50, 60, 70 years old, and today they got an iPhone or an Android and got access to the internet and is probably on Facebook all day or TikTok all day, and they ain't utilized that instrument to be a better parent or grandparent? So fuck all that shit, man. If a person want to grow and do better, they can do so. And there's all these people that still living, waking up day by day by day, living in a bullshit life, having bullshit feelings, having bullshit relationships because they ain't took the time to go develop some emotional intelligence and develop some emotional regulation. What we doing? I just personally, I ain't with all that, bro. Y'all folk passing trauma around like an STD, and then when y'all realize what's going on, then what do you do about it? I'm sure I didn't pass around a little bit of trauma, but once I realized what I was doing, I tried to find the necessary solutions and skill sets to not do that anymore. It's that simple. So if my responsibility as a, let's say, as a trauma victim,
As a human.
if somebody is a trauma victim, you mean to tell somebody that been through something is their job to give somebody some grace? What is it the other person's job to do then? I want that answer. Because you would give somebody some grace, extend them some patience and some understanding, and then they don't do nothing with it. They use it as a get out of jail free card. All right, you gave me grace and I did this, however, whatever point. All right, so now on the other end, and now it's your job to go develop a skill set so you don't do that no more, so you don't hurt your children no more, or your partner no more, whoever you with. Why is there so many fucking planes outside?
You know why? You know why that stuff gets you upset too? Like why he's so like passionate about it is because you realize at some point that like you've been lied to your whole life. Because those people talking about giving people grace, they're the same people that be talking about you're going to see what I'm talking about when you're older. You will see, right? Everybody's heard that before from somebody grown and dumb. You will see. You will see. And then you get older and you be like, wait, yeah, you was wrong. Like, what the fuck? You just gaslit me for 20 years, nigga. You was wrong. I'm grown now and I'm seeing you were wrong. You were an idiot. You were just making up excuses. Then what do they say? Ah, you got me. They don't. They just continue to gaslight or they ignore it. So it makes you upset because you just feel like, A, you lost a lot of time, a lot of energy. And you know what I'm saying? They broke down your mental. They made you weaker as a person. And you had to build yourself back up. You had to spend time fixing yourself. That shit piss you off. It really does. Like realizing that the patriarchy is a sham as a man. Like all the shit I was taught is a lie. I'm pissed off now. I'm not like that's why I go so hard. It's not like I'm mad. Like I'm like, oh, y'all not gonna get away with this. That's how I feel. Like y'all not gonna get away with this. You've been lying to me my whole life, and you still lying to me right now. You're not gonna get away with this. Anybody in my way, you catching this buzzsaw. I'm hacking and I'm whacking. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what he's going through. I've been there before, and I'm there. I'm in it right now, but I've been there before several times in my life for other things, racism, religion. You know what I'm saying? Unpacking my religion, deconstructing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like deconstructing racism. You get mad. You like, damn, all the shit they taught me was a lie. All the shit they taught you was a lie. All these people been lying to me. My mama, my daddy, my wooty whoop, my cousin, my this, my that. They all was lying to you. Yep. All the men been lying to me about. Yep. All the men lied to you. Well, goddamn. You be ready to fight everybody at that point.
It just get me so hot, bro. Because I'm watching my video and y'all think I'm doing something magical. Which should be normal. I didn't go read a fucking book for this. I didn't go to parenting school. I didn't go to psychology school. I just love my child. So why I'm finna look at my kid and be mad because he want noodles for breakfast or he don't want to go to bed? What the fuck? I'm about to kick him in the ass about that? Bro, the nigga 5. And a lot of y'all, bro, all you gotta do is have retrospect. It don't even have to be nothing crazy. So many times I done heard about people that don't even want to try to change their life around, bro. It's fucking cognitive dissonance and confirmation bias is all they work off of, bro. I didn't heard women that I know that I talk to and have friends or that I done came in interactions with that didn't tell me about some of the stuff that they've been through, like SA, like, assault, and then they go tell their mama and their mama be on some shit like, yeah, I went through it. So because you didn't get no help, you ain't gonna help nobody else? How the fuck that sound? All right, granted, some people probably so fucked up in the head that they far gone. But it's people that you know that's even in your family right now that then went through some stuff, then gave out some stuff, and are aware of the stuff that they gave out and went through, and they still sit on the couch every day, go to work every day like it ain't nothing. They still ain't seeking no help yet. You 80, 50, 60 years old, and the only thing you do is turn a bottle upside down into your damn mouth. Y'all got me hot, and y'all ain't do nothing, but it's just me observing. That's all I do is observe, bro. It ain't nothing special, bro. It ain't nothing special. Y'all giving me all these kudos and props on my parenting, and I get it because maybe it's not the normal, especially from a big tatted up nigga with dreads that go to the gym, that got big muscles and all this stuff. But like, bro, this is just, it's a skill. That's it. You develop it, and if you got something that you care about or that you don't want to lose or that you don't want to hurt or that you don't want to damage, you develop the skill too. If it was a fucking car, y'all know how to be emotionally intelligent with your car. Oh man, the check engine light is on. I need to take it to go get looked at. But when the check engine light on your fucking mental, you don't do nothing about it. Maybe I'm just talking bullshit. We'll see how the video do. Let's see what people got to say about this. I just ain't with all that excuse making shit, bro. All right, I get it. People go through stuff. But at what point is it like, fuck you, I don't want to be around you because you had access and the ability to change the way you operate and you kept choosing not to do so?
That's the being raised by a boomer. when you hey man, if you grew up being raised by a boomer, you be like, God damn, you can't talk to these motherfuckers about nothing real. But that also might just be parents. I don't know. I'll see how I'll talk to the Gen Z about the millennials. It seemed like the millennials moved the needle a lot. We did a lot. I ain't gonna even hold you. We did a lot. On paper, we did a lot, and we doing a lot. So we'll see. But the boomers, Gen X, baby boom, they mini boomers, Gen Xers. And it could be the internet. I don't know. Like you said, having access to the internet or whatever, but yeah, I didn't need all of that either. My daddy never one thing my daddy got right for sure was not being violent with your baby. Now he wasn't into that shit. Not with me, at least. Not with his son. He was violent though, but he wasn't violent with his son. And I remember talking to him about that many times. Like, yeah, what the fuck, hitting the kid is stupid. Da, 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 da. That nigga was evil though. That's why I can't. That's why it's hard to even say that shit out loud and then not mention the other shit he did. But that is one thing, because I was young when he would talk to me about that. Like he would talk about like how he never believed in hitting me or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay. He planted that seed in me a long time ago. I was 10 years old, 8 years old. He was like, yeah, man, I don't hit you because that shit's stupid. Because why would you hit a baby? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is in the 80s. So this is before the internet. I don't think he had read a book on it or nothing like that. And he was in his early 30s, late 20s telling me that shit. So yeah, you can do it if you want to. Like you said, if you want to, you will. And it's mainly, and I know this message, it could be applicable to anybody. Anybody might need to hear this. Men, women, don't matter. Everywhere in between. Boys and girls don't care. Right? But I know that the majority of the people that need to hear this is men, because we the ones that make the most excuses, especially when it comes to nurturing, especially when it comes to showing up for our kids and developing these soft skills that you need to be in healthy relationships with people. That's men most of the time. So definitely men need to hear this more than anybody, but you can apply this to anybody. Everybody could use this every group. I'm saying we all could use this, right? It is definitely an issue within amongst human beings for sure. But everything that young man said, like I said, I probably only thing I disagree was when he said he'd the head of his house or whatever, and I was like, that benevolent misogyny. But yeah, outside of that, everything he said, I agree with.